All right, so yesterday, guys, we went through a bunch of images, and I said that the Android Saga was confirmed based off of the images. However, today I gotta pump the brakes. Let's see why. What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys, and today I gotta pump the brakes. Gotta pump my brakes, man. The same thing that happened last time when people were saying Cell Saga confirmed and stuff from the image, and we proved that it wasn't. I gotta debunk myself here. I gotta pump my own brakes, guys. Before we get into all of this, guys, please share this video on Reddit. It gets it out to more people. There's Dragon Ball subreddits, and there's a video Reddit as well. And that just helps to get it out to more people. Also, follow me on these social media platforms. We're also on Facebook at Dmgaming06. And click the subscribe button. The #1 source for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot content on YouTube is here. When the game drops, we're also going to be streaming it, walkthroughs, all that fun stuff as well. So click the subscribe button and turn on bell icon notifications so you don't miss a single upload. So, guys, I want to start with this image, okay? Because we looked at the V-Jump scans yesterday, and the belt jumped out at me. It was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's the outfit that he wore against Android 19. So, looking at the first three images, the very top one is Vegeta's flashback. For some reason, in the game, whenever they do the cinematics and they look at Goku, Goku never has a Signia on his gi. He didn't have it here. If you look at the Piccolo gameplay, when Piccolo flashback, he didn't have a Signia on his gi as well. And I'm going to show a couple other screens where he doesn't have a Signia on his gi. Now, you can look closely right above Vegeta's finger, you can see a knot. He has the smaller blue belt that's tied. To the right, you have in-game Goku, he's already Super Saiyan, he's going through the surge mechanic. His belt is tied. Then you look at the bottom, that's on the pause menu, Goku. I can't tell if he has a Signia on his gi or not because it's just not on that. It's on his the Signia is always on his left side, and his left side is covered up there. Yeah, so can't see it there. But then this image with him that we got from the V-Jump scan, he's fighting a dinosaur and a fish. And if you look, he doesn't have a Signia on his gi, but also he has that thicker belt on. And I'm going to zoom into an image later on that's just like this. He doesn't have that tied belt. And so, however, this is kind of the first time that we've seen him in game in the gi without the Signia on it. So yesterday I looked at that and I compared it to this right here. Well, not that.
Moves and stuff to Goku.
Hang on,
can we change
right quick? What I'm finna go to next is because people were talking about the clothing. I know Kenzaru brought it up on Twitter as well when I talked to him about this stuff. He said, and a lot of people think that, well, maybe you can change out your gi because it's an RPG. So what I'm going to play next is a clip of the interview that I was watching where they specifically asked about the changing of clothes since it is an RPG. And this is their answer. Now, guys, the frame rate is going to drop in this. Sorry, apologize ahead of time, but just stick with me. All right, let's listen to it.
Some of those moves and stuff to Goku. Can we change his appearance physically? Because he's different outfits over the years. He's had his alien outfit, the Saiyan armor outfit, his King Kai outfit, his turtle outfit.
So there won't be a really deep level of customization. The character design really follows the story very, very faithfully. So if Goku is to transform at a certain point in the story, there's a high chance it'll be reflected, whether it's through the hair or kind of the costume design as well.
Some of those moves and stuff to.
Okay, so you heard right there them asking about the clothing, and they're telling you basically the clothing goes along with whatever saga or stuff like that you that we may be in. So looking at the clothing, the top two pictures, all of these images are from the Android Saga. The top two was whenever they were training in preparation for the androids. You notice Goku has the gi on and it has the belt, and you look at his Signia, he has the Goku Signia on in the picture on the right. Now the bottom image is after those, was it 7 years, 3 years, a year or something, like however much time passed. I can't really remember right now. But Goku didn't have a Signia on his gi at this point. He's going Super Saiyan. This is the Android 19 fight, and he has that thick belt on. Notice the smaller dark blue Tide belt, and then the thicker dark blue belt, gi with no Signia on. And so this is what we have to look at. And I'm just putting all this stuff out here and let you draw your own assumptions from these things. So this image right here is that zoomed in image I was talking about. Now, when I looked at those past images, I was like, yeah, this is the Android Saga Goku attire. However, upon re-examining this particular image, this is when I began to raise doubts. And in yesterday's video, I did say at this point that this is from the beginning of the game. And then I backtracked and was like, well, no, the belt is thicker and it doesn't have the ties. It's not a tied belt. However, looking at this image, if you look at Goku's logo, if you look at his HUD bar, his health bar and stuff like that, and I'm going to try to zoom in here for y'all really quick, you can see that Goku is level 1. Yes. See that? He is level 1. His health is in the 5,000s. This image is at the beginning of the game. Okay? So, I'm going to just go ahead and say it now. Android Saga is not confirmed from these images. They're not. They're not. I have to correct myself. I know I said that yesterday. I said it in the comment section. I said it on Twitter. I was wrong. I had to do the same thing that I did with the other people with confirming the Cell and the Boo Saga. No. Because every image that they put out of the game that has the character's logo and their health bar and stuff like that, it has the character level that they are at that particular point in the game because it's an actual screenshot from the actual game itself. Goku is level 1 here. And I know people say, well, maybe it's the new game plus or something like that. No. He's level 1. That means it's at the beginning of the game. Now, why he has the belt is bigger, and you see here him jumping in the air, celebrating the fish catch. He doesn't have the belt isn't tied. So this image is very conflicting. It could be possible that, they just put that default level 1 there, but I don't think that's the case. But I don't know, man, because we haven't seen him actually in game in the gi that doesn't have the logo on the back. We see it at the beginning of the trailer where he's sitting there and he's meditating and stuff like that. And I'll have to go back and take a look at that. Actually, let's do that now. I'm gonna do that now on my phone while I'm discussing this. But it's real important. Let's see. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Let's see trailer, announcement trailer, and because that's the one I want to see. Let's see here. Gonna fast forward and see what he is wearing. Okay, so all right, so if you go back and look at the announcement trailer, the belt that Goku is wearing is thinner than this. See, this is that thicker belt that he wore in the Android Saga. But my issue is I don't know why he's only level 1. However, when you're looking at the trailer, that's a cinematic cutscene. And in the cinematic cutscenes, he has the skinny belt on. So here's the image at the end of that same trailer. No gi. Look at his belt. He has the thin belt on. I can't see the front, so I can't tell if it's tied or not. You see what I'm saying? And when you go back and look at those images, you'll see the same thing that I'm seeing in that. Now, I'm trying to find trying to find the new. Okay, so I took that off. That's not gonna be there anymore. But y'all see what I'm saying here? And then also, let's look at this. Okay, so this is the image of Goku sitting at the fire with Krillin and Gohan. And I know right off the bat, you know, people was like, and even me, I said, okay, that's the Goku Signia Gi. He wore that after Planet Namek. And we know that Goku was only time he was around them with that Signia on was when he got to Planet Namek. And of course, whenever he came back to Earth after the Namek Saga. The issue with this was that in the background, that's Earth. That is not Planet Namek. And that's why I was even like, you know what? Yeah, this is the Android Saga, the beginning when they're training. However, I have to backtrack again because of this image here. What's so special about this image? This image was released a long time ago. What do you see here? You see Goku in the same gi with the Goku Signia on the back. However, he's on planet Earth. What does this tell us, guys? This tells us that this image, and this is something I wanted to talk about yesterday as well, but I'm talking about it today. They're on planet Earth because even it doesn't matter what saga you're in, you can always go back to planet Earth and do missions and things like that. The only thing is you can't go forward to a location that you haven't been in the game yet. People might say, well, this could be the end game shot. Well, if it's end game, if it's the end of the game shot, then why would he have the Goku Signia on his gi? He would have the plain gi that he had in the Cell Saga. No. Off-Earth area is available if you push the Y button. It's not grayed out or anything. So this is during the Namek Saga. Or people can say, well, maybe this is during the Android Saga. No. Y'all, I was wrong. The Android Saga has not been confirmed from the images that we have been presented. Although this image is a very controversial image because that is the thicker belt and it doesn't have any tied strings on the front. But like I said, this is the only image that we have of Goku actually in game with this particular gi. Everything else is the cutscene type of stuff. But when we go to the V-Jump scan, we see here Goku sitting at the campfire with, and they say, well, that looks like an older version of Gohan. Well, if you look at the new scans, it doesn't. His hair looks the same as Gohan powering up. But like I said, here we have that image of Goku, and he could go anywhere he wants on planet Earth. And what do we see here, guys? Unless this image was released ahead of time, because what do you see here? On this image, you see that big red arrow right there, that red line right behind characters that could signal a story mission. It could signal a story mission because if you look at the maps, that red beam does signify a story mission. Now, why is it on where Kami's house is at? Well, I can't move that, but why is it there though? You see, why would there be a story mission on Earth during the Namek Saga unless this is after Namek? However, that can't be the case because we know Goku and Piccolo train with Gohan in the mountains with snow. So that's not it as well. You see what I'm saying? And then, of course, at the end of the trailer, Goku here. But like I said, he doesn't have that thick belt on. He doesn't have the gi, the logo on the back of the gi, but he does have that thin. That belt is very, very thin. So, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to backtrack and say no. And I have to do it for the same reasons that I did the first time. Because if they're going to reveal the Android Saga, they are going to reveal the Android Saga with more information than V-Jump scans like that. They're going to reveal the Android Saga. Why would they? You have to ask yourself this. And I had to ask myself, why would they not have shown Trunks versus Frieza first before they showed these scans of Goku? Because those V-Jump scans are the first scans that we saw. You see what I'm saying? Why would they not show Goku now? I mean, Trunks versus Frieza. And like I said, this image here, only thing that this image proves is that you're able to back travel. Like once you go to Namek, you can still go back to Earth and do different things. And if you see here on this map, you also remember the V-Jump scan where they're sitting at the table in Goku's house with Krillin and Gohan eating food. Guess what? How do we know this isn't part of it? They went back to Earth. They're sitting at the campfire eating. and cooking the fish, and they take the cooked fish back to Chi-Chi's house, Goku's house, for him to eat, and they're sitting at the table. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna backtrack, man. I'm gonna say that this doesn't confirm the Android Saga. I have to apologize that I myself jumped the gun in this as well. And I promise that I'll be more diligent going forward, really doing my homework. I got super excited, and even in the video, I said that that was from the beginning of the game as well. But yet and still, I kind of had to, yet and still, I had to backtrack on that as well. But like I said, even in the Piccolo thing, when you look at the flashback, Goku doesn't have a signal on his gi, but he still has that tied up belt. So the image with the fish is very peculiar. But what throws it off, like I said, is the whole image of his level. He's level 1 right there. So now, why they keep showing the dinosaurs and the fish on all the V-Jump scans, my guess, because I don't have this translated, my guess is that they're showing off the rarities of dinosaurs and fishes, because all the fish and dinosaurs aren't the same. They're all different. They're all different levels, all different quality of meat. So that's there as well. And you see the dinosaur habitat there. Doesn't have any other Dragon Balls collected. But like I said, look at that level. He is clearly level 1. That's the beginning of the game. So I apologize again for that, guys. And we'll wait for more official confirmation. And we'll take a better look at this whenever the HD scans for this come out. And we'll go to it from there as well. But the giveaway is going to be seeing Goku in this gi in game. Like I said, because this is the first time that they're showing actual in-game scans of Goku while he is in the gi without any signia. That is different from the slides that we've seen. So we have to keep that in mind as well. But guys, that's all I got for right now. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.